Hi everyone, welcome back to Defi Daily, the channel where every day we talk about DeFi, going through different analysis, tutorials and news. Today we're going to talk about SOLEND, that is one of the most new money market into the DeFi ecosystem of Solana, but is growing a lot. And I will show you also a strategy that you can apply on SOLEND, but also on Port and Larix, that are the other two main money markets, so where you can borrow cryptos against your own cryptos that are part of the Solana DeFi ecosystem. Before to start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. All you have to do is just to press the subscribe button. And if you want to also receive a notification on your device, just press the ring bell button and you will be notified every time I post a new video. Remember also to leave me a big thumbs up. In this way you can help me to reach more people and grow the channel. But you can also help other people, because in this way you are telling to the algorithm that this content is valuable and it will be shown to more people, helping other people to become aware on what's going on in this market. Remember also that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose. Nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that could be great, but remember to always your own research first. Okay, we can jump into the topic, and I would like to start obviously with the homepage of SOLEND. What is really impressive by SOLEND is not really this claim, because saying SOLEND is the autonomous interest rate machine for lending on Solana, yes, it's nice, but we have seen this kind of claim on many other platforms, and obviously to judge a platform, it takes time. What we really care when we are looking for a platform is if they will be really able to maintain their promises, but also if they will be able to attract new clients and new users, because obviously the success of a platform is related not only to their services, but also to the way they are really able to attract, to retain customers, because obviously if there are more users, there are also more money, more interest in investing in this kind of platform, also for all the other partners and investors. And I'm not only talking about the people that are supplying money into the platform. I'm really talking about the investors that are investing into SOLEND as a company in order to grow the protocol and to develop it in always a better way. And what is really impressive by them is that they have some incredible parterre of investors. As you can see here, almost all the main important investors into the market are participating to this project, and that's for sure a main point in favor of this platform. And we can also say that they are doing a quite great job in terms of marketing and to the ability of attracting new users. As you can see from DeFi Llama, if we go to Solana, you can see that SOLEND is already into the 8th position with almost $1 billion of dollar in total value locked, and it's much more than what you have seen and what we are seeing right now on Larix, that I made also a video on Larix, and I will leave you also the link in the right corner here, but also on Port Finance, that is another money market that we have talked about. As you can see, both of them are just around 200 million, 300 million. That is like just 1/3 on what we are seeing right now on SOLEND. If we click on it just to have a look to the trend, as you can see, starting from the end of October, the total value locked inside the platform has literally skyrocketed. The question right now is obviously, would be able the platform to stay and to retain this kind of value? Not an easy answer, and only the time will tell us. The main reason why probably many people were chatting about SOLEND was related to their IDO that has just finished. As you can see here, the token SOLEND, the token of the platform, is actually available on Radium and also on Orca. That is another great platform that I can leave you the link in the right corner here. This is one of my favorite. They have a really great experience, and they are offering some also good yield. On both of the platforms, Radium and Orca, you can actually exchange the SOLEND token. And this has been for sure a great volano for them, because in this way more people were talking about the platform, and what we have seen is that the total value locked inside the platform has grown. Right now they are saying that the total supply is 2.3 billion, so quite a lot. For example, if we compare it with Larix, you can say that the total supply here is just 400 million, and on Port Finance is the same, just 300 million. So even if Solend is much younger, the total supply is quite bigger. That's for sure a good sign. Another thing that you have to remember when we are talking about Solend and when we are talking about the money market into the Solana DeFi ecosystem, it has just been announced yesterday that Solana will become EVM compatible. And it means that in the next future we will see through the Ethereum virtual machine compatibility, the possibility to see all the money markets that, for example, we are seeing on Ethereum, also on Solana. And that could be powerful, but on the other side can change a lot into the money market, into the DeFi ecosystem of Solana, because obviously it would be possible to use, for example, Eve or any other money market that right now is available, for example, on Ethereum, also on Solana. It means that more competitors will be on the market, and it would be much more difficult to retain users, because the incentives to move from a platform to another will be higher. So we will see in the future how the ecosystem and how the balances into the market will change. At the moment, just keep in mind that this kind of news is opening the door to new platforms that right now were not compatible with Solana to come and to compete with also Sol and Larix, also Port Finance in the next future. Let's have a look also on how does it work, the platform. It's quite easy. All you have is just here in the first column all the assets that are supported by the platform. Here you can find the supply APY. It means the how much they are paying you if you are depositing a certain asset inside the platform. On the other side, in the last column, you can find also the borrow APY, so how much you have to pay. When you are seeing here into these brackets with this logo, it means that they are distributing some Solend token in order to incentivize people to do this kind of action. In this case, just borrowing this kind of asset, or in this other case, just supplying these assets. As you can see, a major difference between what we have seen with Larix and Port Finance is that here on Larix they are incentivizing all the different pools and all the different assets. So each asset is incentivized by distributing some tokens of the platform. On the other side, on Solend, the only assets that are incentivized, so people who are interacting with them will receive also some reward with the token of the platform, are the first 5 assets. So we are talking about Solana, USDC, USDT, ETH, and Bitcoin. All the other assets are just as you can see them. So there is a supply APY, so how much you will earn, and a borrow APY, so how much you will pay. But no other incentives is available. In order to supply or borrow a certain kind of asset, all you have to do is just to click on the row, and you will find this interface. There are 4 different labels: supply, borrow, withdraw, and repay. It's quite easy to use them. You have only to type the amount that you want to supply, borrow, withdraw, or repay, and you will see all the metrics related to your action appearing into the different rows that are just here. As you can see, there is a borrow limit, utilization, supply APY, and so on. Obviously, as in any kind of money market, in the moment when you are borrowing a certain kind of asset, you have always to pay attention to the liquidation, because in case you are going over the threshold, so the maximum collateral ratio that is allowed by the platform, your position will be liquidated and you will also have to pay a fee. Right now, they will be liquidating your position at the 50%, and any person who want to participate to the liquidator process can do, just integrating and interacting with the code of the platform. If you want to know all the parameters and all the limits that are related to this platform, you can find them here into the documentation. I will leave you also the link into the description below. Here you can find the loan to value ratio, so it means how much you can borrow against your collateral. Let's say that you are depositing $100 in SOL, you can borrow at a maximum of $75 if the loan to value is 75. The liquidation bonus is the penalty that you will have to pay in case you will be liquidated. In this case is 5%, but keep an eye on all the different assets, because this kind of value can change according to the market condition or according to the specific asset that you are using. The liquidation threshold means when your position will be liquidated. If the maximum loan to value ratio, so the maximum amount that you can borrow, is 75% of your collateral, the liquidation threshold, so the limit when your position will start to be liquidated, is 80%. It means just 5% over the maximum loan to value ratio that is allowed by the platform. Down here you can find all the other metrics. Remember always to keep an eye on them because they are really important. Don't do anything if before you don't have really clear in mind how does it work, what are the metrics, what are the risks, and how you can manage them. Here you can find also some other information about fees, risks, and so on. What we can say about this platform is that it's for sure one of the most growing money market into the Solana ecosystem. I like their interface. I love the fact that they are backed by some great investors, and I'm quite curious to see how they will perform into the next feature. One strategy that you can apply that is really interesting, maybe you have noticed from DeFi Llama that right now the second protocol into the DeFi ecosystem of Solana with the highest total value locked is Marinade Finance. And it is not surprising if you have seen the video when I was talking about the Marinade Finance, that is a way to stake your SOL. I will leave you also the link in the right corner here, because that platform is actually one of the best if you want to stake your Solana. But what is even more powerful, that right now you can use your mSOL, so this kind of asset, the last row here, to supply them into some money market platform, like for example SOLEND, but it also works with Larix and Port, and you can deposit them and you can ask a borrow against your staked Solana. So it's not only that you are able to collect some the staking rewards from your SOL, it's not only that you are liquid on the market, so you can sell them in any moment without have to wait for the unstaking period, but it's also possible to ask to borrow some other assets, like for example, let's say that you want to take some USDC in order to invest this kind of USDC in another platform, or we can even say that you can take your stable coins, and as we have seen into the video yesterday, and I will leave you also the link in the right corner here, you can take these stable coins, you can move them into the Ethereum blockchain and use them into Abracadabra in order to receive a plus 50-60% of interest on your stablecoin with the Degen box on USD that is leveraging Anchor protocol. If I'm talking too difficult, don't worry, because in the video that I just left the link in the right corner, and you can find also the video into my channel. It was the video about USD at 112%. In that video, I'm explaining everything about this strategy. But what is really nice is that in this way you can use your Solana, staking them through a Marinade Finance. You can supply them and earning some other yields, plus borrowing some other stable coins, going to Abracadabra Money and adding an additional 50-60% of whatever you choose of interest, with a risk that is quite low, because having just stable coins is quite safe. But remember, obviously, in the moment when you are borrowing any kind of asset through any kind of money market, always remember to pay attention to the liquidation price, because yes, it's really nice to have more liquidity and being able to do more actions into the market. But if you will be liquidated, as I said before, it's not only that you are losing your funds, but you will have also to pay a penalty fee. So really pay attention to it. Guys, as always, if you have any kind of question, just write me into the comments below. Remember to drop me a big thumbs up, and if you want to drop also a comment in order to help me spread the word and grow the channel, I would be more than grateful if you do it. And I will see you again tomorrow with another video. Bye guys!